When we view a landscape, we see the ways it has been shaped both by human actions and natural events. We can explore our autonomic states through the imagery of landscapes. Each autonomic state has its own landscape. There are landscapes for our everyday, non-reactive states, our survival states, and our state of safety and connection. In the following exploration, you're invited to use a journal to document your autonomic landscapes. Remember, you can document in written form with single words, bullet points, or a longer piece of writing. Or you might choose some form of art, for example, drawing, photography, or collage. This exploration is called Survival Landscapes, and it's from Chapter 2 of Anchored by Deb Dana. If you haven't listened to the exploration on regulated landscapes, I recommend doing that first. With awareness of the regulated, non-reactive landscapes, our next exploration is a look at the survival landscapes. In order to get to know these places without getting pulled into them, we want to travel to the other states while keeping an anchor in the ventral landscape. My ventral vagal landscape is by the sea, and I imagine taking a small beach stone with me to remind me that I'm safely anchored there. Look for something in your ventral landscape that you can take with you. With the reminder of your anchor in safety and regulation, make the trip to your dorsal state and see the survival landscape. Dip into a moment when you felt disconnected from the world and a flavour of hopelessness entered into your thoughts. Notice the ways it is different from the non-reactive everyday landscape. The survival landscape offers protection through disconnection and collapse. If you begin to feel pulled into shutdown, bring your attention to what you brought with you from your ventral landscape, and remember you are still connected to the safety and regulation of that place. Use your journal to document the features of your dorsal vagal landscape. The next step is into the sympathetic survival state, where there's too much energy. It's a bit disorganised, a bit chaotic, and you feel the flavour of fight and flight. Bring to mind a time when you were pulled into anxiety or anger. Take just a small step into that state. When you look around, what do you see? Remember, you brought a piece of your ventral vagal landscape with you to keep you from getting lost here and hijacked by the sympathetic survival energy. Document in your journal what you find here. To end this exercise, come back to where you began, in the landscape of ventral vagal safety and connection. Rest here for a moment and take time to reflect on what you discovered in your two survival landscapes.